Two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway from Houston. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. The drive will start with an option going left. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Manziel in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. A miserable start here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and very long. Now Manziel. Throwing middle, and it's complete. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field diving to grab it? No, he didn't. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Here's Manziel. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I tell you, he brings the wood when he comes flying up in run support. He may be a safety, but he hits like a linebacker.
18 ready.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Being chased out left. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 yards. It's now 3rd and 15.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Stroud. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Stroud now on 4th down. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Well, they were moving the football through the air early on, but ultimately this opening drive ends with a turnover.
And we've seen this before, haven't we? Sometimes you get those quarterbacks that, hey, they throw the pick early.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jordan Reed, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Browns get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Stroud looking to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take over here up near the 40. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. 36 yards. And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Got a man, it's Randy Moss. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Look, we came into this one focused on Randy Moss, and now he has our full attention with his first grab of the game.
Well, he's one of only 2 players to go a whole season averaging over 100 yards receiving and average a touchdown per game as well. That's a pretty impressive stat.
It really is, especially when you consider that every defense he faced was prepared for him and was kicking coverages in his direction.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. John Randall dropping the hammer. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Now Stroud. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. Down to the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touch.